and things, how is that going to affect me? Specifically, I mean, someone in New York's going to be like, I don't want to pay attention to that because it's not my market. It's great that someone's typing up stuff about Newport, but it has nothing to do with me. And ultimately, I had to stand back and kind of make a mental pro and con list, and decided that Newport Style Bow is about the Newport lifestyle. So it's about the things that do inspire you. So I find that so many readers are from outside the area because Newport translates to something for them. And for someone else, it might be, you know, it might be Manhattan, it might be Fire Island, it might be West Palm or Charleston. That's what, you know, that's the way I think of myself, is that person. So I've used it as a launching pad for things that incorporate the Newport lifestyle. So it is very nautically based for me, or it's something that, you know, when a major designer does something that's very much inspired by coastal living. That's something that I tie into. So I've tried to use it as something that ties back to the lifestyle, but doesn't necessarily keep me compartmentalized. But it was something I had to consider. It's a risk. Yeah?
Do you think there's going to be like a point in time where like bloggers, like more popular bloggers, will have a bigger voice in like big name publications in the fashion world when it comes to like reviewing lines?
I think we're living in that right now, actually. I think that so many, like Man Repeller and some of the main bloggers that come to IFB, or they already have trumped traditional publications. Even, you know, Refinery 29 and Guest of a Guest, and there's so many out there. It's hard to navigate, but oftentimes people do identify with one or another, and they have huge market share now. So I think we are entering that time, which is just crazy to think about. But you know, the difference is you can write in Vanity Fair about a designer, you can interview that designer, and typically after you do your shoot and your layout and everything, that's be 8 months later. But the blogger can be right fashion week, click, 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 click. I mean, the look just went down the runway 6 seconds ago, and I'm getting it sitting on my couch in Newport, Rhode Island. I'm seeing what Millie's putting out right now. I can't go there right now, but I can look at it. So there's a lot of advantages to it, and I think we're getting more and more their market share is much more, has a lot more clout than it used to.
You have commented a couple of times about your Rolodex. You don't really have a Rolodex.
No, a digital Rolodex. A digital Rolodex. I always consider it still in the physical term. But yep, just increasing those contacts and going back through. I had worked with a brand a few years ago, and I was going through some old emails. I haven't talked to them in forever. So, you know, dropped them a quick email. What are you up to? What's coming down the pike? And you know, a lot of times we'll do stuff in exchange. I'll do stuff in exchange for writers, or for designers. You know, let's collaborate. If I send you this new piece from our spring line, would you be willing to see what it's like, see how it performs, see if you like the fabric, and then write about it? And you know, I think one of the risks, of course, people take with that is that people will be honest, but it's a good way. On the other side, it's also a great way to capture my audience, and I can speak very honestly about something. So it goes both ways. But no, I wish I had an old Rolodex. I do have a stack of business cards, but I don't go through it as much.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the cross question. Are you making your money in advertising?
No, I personally, a lot of people do, and I haven't monetized yet. If I do a paid post, I'm always very transparent about it, and that's something always to remember. I'm probably overly transparent, but I will say if I was comped fashion piece, if I was comped a hotel night, and that's actually that you have to do that legally. Not a lot of people do. But no, so I work a main job 9 to 5, and this is a way to indulge my passion. So, you know, I've definitely gotten a lot of pieces. I do giveaways. And again, like to your point, it might be with a look or an accessory or shoes that kind of go in that whole lifestyle look and feel, but it may not be from Newport. I'm working with a fair trade company called Fair Collection later next week to do a giveaway on, it's a bracelet. They sent me a bracelet. I'm going to be giving away a bracelet, and it's all fair trade. And so that's something I believe in. I also think that your posts need to align with your own views. So personally, I'll be never giving away a fur vest because I know how they're made, and that's personal. And I've been contacted actually by for accessory companies, and I said, I respectfully, don't think this is a good fix. It's not something I personally believe in, and I wouldn't wanna, be inauthentic to my readers, because I think that would be, it would definitely knock down my credibility. And they were very respectful of that. Okay, but no, I'm not making my living doing this, but there are people that are.
Any more questions? And speaking of the various social media, what is the value of LinkedIn to any of us?
Everyone that I've spoken to about LinkedIn say the only time it's really the most advantageous is when you are looking to get a position. So certainly I would think for students that are looking to either land an internship, I know that I worked with an intern, had a fabulous LinkedIn page because it showed, even though they never worked a formal job per se, it did show the clubs that they were involved in, leadership qualities, a lot of extracurricular clubs they were involved in. So it doesn't always have to be a formal resume, and it is a great way to, it's one of the first things that will come up on your search engine, so everyone should have it, especially as you're moving into the professional field. And if you don't have formal job experience yet, again, think about the things that you can include on a LinkedIn page that would translate into the workplace. If you've been a secretary for a club here, if you organized intramural, some of your projects that you worked on is a good chance. So don't just always think about it in terms of where you've actually punched the time card based on habits.